Hi everybody, Troy from TR Tech Tactical and Survival. I'm trying to position myself so I'm not blocking you. I got this really cool old-timer Bowie knife. It is from Shrade, and it's labeled Shrade right on it. And this is from Tractor Supply. And I grabbed it for only $10. I think it was normally $20. But even for $20, I think it would be a really good knife. Because, if the cats don't mind, it's got a full tang, and it looks to be a really rugged tool. Really thick blade, and I've been waiting for this to come on sale. As with Tractor Supply, just before Christmas, all of their everything pretty much goes on clearance, and that's always an exciting time to go shopping at Tractor Supply. I am not marketing for Tractor Supply. It just happens to be one of my favorite places in town, and where I get some really good deals on tools and knives each year. And I think it's pretty funny and ironic that I'm using my tiniest knife to open my now biggest knife. This is now my biggest knife in my possession. I can't see what I'm doing here, so let me turn the viewer. Yeah, you can still see the knife here. So I wanted to show you my first impressions were while it was still in the store. It is a Bowie style knife, and it is huge, and I like big knives. And I'm always hacking and slashing stuff up out in the woods, so I wanted to try this out. Comes with a sheath, and hey, for $10 you can't go wrong with that. Checked out reviews on this online already beforehand. The only thing I don't like is it's got a weird plasticky handle, a grip. I think there's a caution on here. Just curious, I have to read this. For user and bystanders. Oh, used with approved eye protection to prevent... Yeah, okay, they taped off the caution label so you can't even see it. Anyway, there's a warning and a caution label on there, which is going to become a cat's toy. So, my only thing I don't like about it in first impressions is the plastic fake handle. I think they could have easily put on a real wood handle on there. And maybe one day I'll shave that off and put on a real wood handle because it feels flimsy with the plastic. I just don't like that. Felix, not a time to play. It's got a beautiful old-timer tag embedded into the handle, and but anyway, I don't like the handle, I have to be honest. It really bugs me. But the blade, look at the size of that blade. I like it. It comes sharp out of the package, quite sharp really, and I'm going to wow, yeah, I'm impressed with the sharpness of the blade out of the box. The Bowie knives are self-defense and hunting knives, so it comes with this sloped tip for self-defense purposes, for quick penetration, and I think if a bear came after you, this would give you a good fighting chance at survival. Felix, now is not a good time. Felix's favorite toy. So I'm going to take this out and go out into the forest with it. But I wanted to share with you my first impressions of another Tractor Supply purchase. And I mean, like I said, I've been looking at it in the store all this time. Wow, the sheath is got a really rugged clip on it. It's got a snap. What do we got here? It's really thick Velcro something or other. It's got a snap and a Velcro. I guess they give you the options. Isn't that interesting? It's shedding. So let me see how this works. Now, as you have seen me do quite often on my videos, I will take this into the forest and I'll hack and slash and play with it. I have a hard time getting it into the sheath. It's odd. Out of the box, it doesn't really want to go into the sheath. What's in there? Oh, there's paper. Huh. is jammed full of paper and something else. That's sort of dumb. Yeah, the sheath doesn't impress me at all. There's stuff in it and I can't get it out. There's paper and a plastic and a feels like water. What do you call those? Moisture absorbers. This is a stupid idea, I think, to jam the sheath up with some junk. Micro-packed enhanced PE sheets jammed deep inside the sheath. So deep that my Leatherman can't get it out. Well, that's a dumb thing, isn't it? So, out of the box, it's useless. Unless you can hook that thing out of there somehow. Great, now I've got microbeads all over my floor. So that is not impressive. I've got to sweep my floor here now. Did I get it all out? Yeah. Okay, don't open this indoors at home if they have the thing jammed in there. Now I can get that in. Okay, good. It's interesting. Why is the Velcro on there? Curious. But I'll play around with that. Anyway, this is my first impression of the knife. As I said, I like the knife blade. I like it a lot. I will probably change that to a real wood handle though, because I don't like the handle. I don't like the feel of the plastic grip. But it's an awesome, big, thick blade. And I do like the Tractor Supply knives. Let me show you. Hold on, I gotta pause and clean this floor because Felix is gonna start playing with those beads. I'll be right back. Okay, I've finished cleaning up the mess that it made in my house, so I would not advise you to open this thing in the house. Now I've got this other Tractor Supply knife I want to show you, which I love very much, which I also bought for $10 a year ago, and which holds up very, very well. Side by side, the Shrade is a little bit longer, but almost the same. So in the store, the Shrade looked to be really long. In a side-by-side comparison, it's not. So I'm starting to think that my first Tractor Supply knife is still going to be my favorite all-time carry knife. Although the Shrade has a longer blade, my original knife from Tractor Supply is beautiful and cannot be beat to this day. There is the real wood handle and full tang, thick blade. And this thing has taken a beating. The Shrade is just about the same thickness, I think. Would have to check. It's almost the same, if not a little bit thinner though. So the old timer compared to my no-name China wood-handled knife, which something's living in it. I do like the old one better, to be honest, and will remain my everyday carry unless the Shrade impresses me greatly. Although the sheath on the Shrade is a little bit nicer looking. I think it's going to be a little bit more rugged. But honestly, I don't trust any sheath these days for real carry because they're all cheap. The garbage. But this does feel like a nicer sheath. It's really thickly made. It's got heavy-duty real metal rivets to stop the knife from cutting through. So I think it's going to be durable. I think it will last to long-term use and abuse. So no matter what, I do prefer this sheath. Nothing special, nothing beautiful, nothing really spectacular, but it does have rivets to protect the stitching, which you don't see at all. Usually it's just a jam through knife, and the rivets are, let me see if I can get there in the proper lighting, inside the stitching, so it will protect the sheath from harm. Alright, well, first impressions, there you have the Shrade Old Timer knife from Tractor Supply. I have seen that it costs on average about $20, but I bought mine for $10, and we'll take it out one day and do a real hacking slashing test. But the blade itself, for weight and slashing, I think will be a pretty good thing. So, all right, everybody. Troy from TR Tech Tactical and Survival, and another tool I got to try out at the off-grid homestead and in my survival outings. We'll see which one wins out. The new Shrade Old Timer, or my all-time favorite Tractor Supply. These are always $10 though, and this has held up a lot. So we'll see which one wins out, everybody. Long-term use and abuse tests here at the off-grid homestead and on survival trips. Talk to y'all later.